Johnny Ryan is a leader. He's come up this morning from Limerick, and he's going to talk to us about his experience of direct payments.
I've just a few lines written for today. My name is Johnny Ryan. I live in Limerick with my partner and 3 children. I acquired my injury in 2011. After 5 months of rehab, I was discharged to my parents' home with a weekly care package. At this time, it would have seemed that neither I nor my service provider had an understanding of what this care package entailed and a contrasting view of what that care meant. As strength increased, so did trust in my surroundings, and I began to see what my role would be in the functions of my house and family. Changes also occurred in the type and frequency of the care I needed. Frequent meetings with my service provider and primary care team led me to believe that there would be difficulty in their ability to support these rapid changes because of their commitments in other areas. Supervision, training and consistency became scarce quite early on, which became quite a burden in my everyday life. It was during this period that I realised the difficulty that I would have in having care provided for me. I am an individual with specific needs and wants. My physical disability also has similar traits, and in the battle of deterioration, my body must be assisted in a certain way. The HSE provided me with the primary care team that will go out of their way to support me, but they are constrained by time and funding. The service providers who have looked after my care has had other clients to support as well. Their resources were limited and unable to support me in what I felt was the best course of my life. Before I heard of AT Network, I had begun reading about self-directed care in Australia and Britain. This seemed like the best situation I could be given in this circumstance, and I was disappointed to find out that this was not common practice in Ireland. During one of the meetings I had with my disability case manager, she offered me such a scenario, but was unsure of how it would be put in place. She was aware of Martin Naughton and the work he had done with independent living. Following that, AT Network and my disability manager were able to negotiate a system of direct payments that would allow me to direct my own care. This summer, along with my board, I set up a company, Lilu. We implemented policies and procedures, hired staff, and I have been in charge of my service since the 1st of August this year. I have found after gaining control of my service that I have a lot more freedom in what I can do. I structure my own roster and I can plan much further ahead than what I've been able to do for a very long time. The support I receive is much more focused, and therefore I feel that there is a better system in place for things like physiotherapy, nursing care and occupational therapy. It gives me a choice of how I want things done and implemented, and the ability to achieve. It has also brought about great responsibility for my company and its board, the staff that they employ, and for myself. This has given me the most reward. Living with a disability, I feel that I must depend upon many different things in order to get through out a day. This was difficult at the beginning, but with self-directed care, I feel that people are dependent on me in order to make this work, and I am grateful for that experience. As I mentioned before, I can now set goals that were unthinkable in the last 2 years. I have begun university and I'm studying business in order to make this company as sustainable and functional as possible. I have not doubted once that the decision of self-directed care was the wrong one. My relationship with the ones that assist me has also changed. Before, I felt a lot of guilt and disappointment when I asked for assistance. I had always feared that a request may be denied or carried out wrong because the assistants were not my employees but that of another company's. They have directions that differ from my own. I am now a supervisor, trainer, colleague and service user. I now have the authority over my assistants' actions and control over how a task is done. My disability has taken away a lot more than physical functions, but gaining control of my service has allowed for greater involvement and empowerment to make these decisions. I am more confident in my actions and approach situations differently. My interactions with people has changed, and I have felt my approach to situations have changed also. My presence in social atmospheres has been treated less alien. What I mean by this is that I am encouraged to normalise situations that I did not have the confidence in doing before receiving self-directed care. I worry less of how I'm received and how an action will be performed for me, as I know I have hired the staff to carry out tasks in the very way I described how to do them. Self-directed care has motivated me to take more of an active part in my life and the lives of those connected with me and my community. I wake up earlier and go to bed later. I feel that I am achieving more every day and I'm quite content overall. Of course, I couldn't have achieved these things without my company board and circle of support. These people are motivated, conscientious and willing to assist me in gaining more autonomy in my life. By involving them, I have also given them an experience that many people can be ignorant or unaware of. By promoting self-directed care, I would envisage more integration and acceptance of disabilities in the general public. These experiences can only assist us as a society and make for greater equality overall.
Thanks very much, Johnny.